I have decided to tell the truth, to share it, and to be the voice of the voiceless. That is my mission. And as part of it, I'm going to read today a message that was posted very recently on Facebook. In fact, 16 hours ago, on the 9th of June, 26, about a midwife, a Polish midwife called Emora. Mengele ordered her to kill the babies she delivered in the concentration camp during the Second World War. She looked at him and said no. She was 47 years old, a Catholic midwife from Lodz, Poland, when the Nazis came for her. Her crime was simple and to her non-negotiable. She had been helping Jewish families and Polish resistance members. On April 17, 1943, Stanisława Leszczyńska arrived at Auschwitz with her daughter Sylvia, prisoner number 41335. Most people who arrived that way were dead within hours. But Stanisława had a skill the camp needed. She was an experienced midwife. So instead of the gas chambers, they sent her to Block 24, what the Nazis called, with grotesque indifference, the maternity ward. It was a filthy wooden barrack, 3-tier bunks, where pregnant women, starved and sick and terrified, waited to give birth. No medicine, no clean water, no anesthesia, no instruments, no blankets for newborns, just wooden boards and darkness and the smell of everything that Auschwitz was built to produce. Then came the orders. Jewish babies were to be drowned immediately. Does that remind you of something? That was what Pharaoh did long time ago. And that was and is what people want to do with newborns that are from Jewish origin. So they gave that order, and Polish babies who appeared Aryan might be taken for Germanization. The rest were to be killed. Stanisława was expected to be the one to do it, but she refused. I'm a midwife, she said. I bring life, I don't take it. It should have been a death sentence. In Auschwitz, refusing to take a direct order meant a bullet or a gas or beating until there was nothing left to beat. But there were hundreds of pregnant women in the camp and only one trained midwife. So they left her to live and made sure she understood that if she wouldn't kill the babies, somebody else would do it. She understood and kept delivering. For 2 years, she worked with her bare hands in the dark. No gloves, no sterilization. She tore strips from her own clothing to tie umbilical cords. She used contaminated water because there was no other kind. Women gave birth in agony, trying not to scream because screaming brought guards. She delivered babies while those guards stood nearby, mocking and threatening. She delivered babies knowing that most of them would be dead before the week was out. She baptized newborns in secret when their mothers asked. She kept hidden records of every birth. She whispered to women in the worst hours of their lives, think of something beautiful. Think of your baby's future. Don't let them take your hope. On the approximately 3,000 babies she delivered in Auschwitz, only a few hundred survived the camp. Most died within days, some within hours. The cold, the starvation, the guards with their buckets. The conditions made survival nearly impossible, and the Nazis made sure of the rest. But no one mother died during childbirth, not one. In the 2 years she delivered baby with no medicine, no equipment, in filth and darkness, with malnourished women whose bodies had been ground down to almost nothing. Stanisława never lost a single woman during labor. Every one of them survived. Survivor Anka Nathanson later testified she was our guardian angel. In Auschwitz, where there was only death, she brought life. In January 1945, the Soviet army approached and the camp was liberated. Stanisława and Sylvia both survived. They went home to Poland. After the war, she testified at trials. She never stopped practicing midwifery. In 1970, she wrote her account, Report of a Midwife from Auschwitz, clinical and detailed and devastating, documenting everything she had witnessed and done so that none of it could be forgotten or denied. She died in March 11, 1974, at the age of 78. The Catholic Church has since opened an investigation into her beatification. Her story has something of everyone who hears, even in Auschwitz, even in the place most deliberately designed to destroy the idea that human beings had worth, moral choices still existing. She could have followed the others. Many would have, perhaps forgivably, but she refused. And because she refused, some babies lived. Every mother survived. Women giving birth in hell had somebody treating them like human beings. And after darker place, a midwife with nothing but her hands and her conscience whispered the mothers, think of something beautiful. In a place built for death, she brought life. In a place designed to erase humanity, she preserved it. She was ordered by Mengele to murder newborns, and she said no. Her name was Stanisława Leszczyńska, and she deserves to be remembered.